dis je t'aime, tu entends ma voix, tu te mens à toi-même quand tu dis moi aussi. Ces mains sur ta peau te font plus rien, je suis dans ton cerveau.
Ooh. Every time I do like a video, I feel like my lips are like dry, but hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Well, my laptop I used to edit with was broken, like I couldn't open it anymore, so I got a new laptop. It's red. If you know me, you know I love red. Do you like my hair? Let's start with the story time. So this story time is about a guy who messaged me on Instagram. Oh, before getting into the story, let me update you with my life. I started a new, not program, it's a new thing. It's called TLC, Total Life Change. Basically like a tea that you need to drink in order to lose weight, let you go to the bathroom. Pills, which is like some energy pills, they call energy. So it's kind of like to not make you feel like dry, like down and stuff like that, so you have energy. So there's that. This one I don't take it regularly because I feel like it's not working for me because I work night shift. And then there's a like drop thingy. I don't have any words today. Like drop bottle. There you go, a drop bottle, and you put like 0.5 milligram under your tongue, and you wait 30 seconds and then you swallow it. That also with the tea, I mostly do them before I eat and after I eat, because as per the information on the package, you have to take the tea 30 minutes before eating and the drop 15 minutes before eating. So I do that. It's a good tea, like it tastes like tea, and you can put like orange, you can put lemon on it and stuff like that. So me, I drink it like cold with some ice. It tastes really good. I should do one now because I'm about to eat soon. Hold on, so I'll show you how it looks like. Okay, hold on guys. So yeah, so here you go guys, and my drink. So it look like that, and then you just drink it like it's water. And it's really good. So before we go into the video, so again, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, comment. People don't comment in the videos, and I'm just like, let's talk. I know we talk in other apps, but let's just talk on YouTube, you know, like let's share our opinion about what I'm talking about on YouTube, you know. Let's get into this story time. You see, word, I don't know what those are. Damn, am I becoming illiterate? Anyways, let's start. So I think I deleted his number or the messages. So there was this guy who messaged me first, who slide in my DM on Instagram, and then he's like, oh, he's like, how are you? And I'm like, I'm good. And you? He's like, yes, I'm fine. And the thing that wasn't suspicious for me is because he messaged me because I think my account is private, but when he messaged me, it was saying that we were already friends, but never saw that guy in my life. So before, when he sent me the hi, I went to his profile. I went to see like what his profile looked like, and he had like a cute dog, like like my favorite type of dog, golden retrievers. He had a golden retriever named Randy or Eddie, one of them. And then he had a bunch of pictures of him in different places. I don't know if they were Photoshop or I don't know, but there were pictures of him, and we had 5 friends in common. So I was like, okay, let me answer, because some people on Instagram sometimes for real. So we've been messaging on Instagram and blah blah blah, and then he was like, oh, I don't use this app often or something like that. And I realized he didn't use this app often because his last picture was in like 2018 or 2019, and I was just like, damn. So yeah, he was like, I don't use this app often, do you have any other app, like messaging apps? I'm like, iMessage, WhatsApp, Messenger. I was like, you choose. And then he was like, okay, let's talk on WhatsApp. I'm like, okay, no problem. He added me, he messaged me on WhatsApp, and I was like, hey, okay, too, hi, how are you, what's up, and blah blah. And then we talk. He was trying to get to know me. We're gonna call him Michael. Me and Michael, we talk. We like talk about anything, everything. And for real, in my like case, in my side, I feel like he was a good friend, like a good online friend, like people will say. Yeah, he was really fun to talk to, and we have different background, so it was really fun to talk to. We have different background, so I have his perspective of life and my perspective. He had my perspective of life. Sorry, we were living in different cities, different country. He said he was from the US, actually Boston, and I was like, oh wow, you know, like I know people in Boston, you know, I have family there and stuff. And he was like, yeah, when you gonna come visit? I'm like, Corona. And we keep talking, and basically to give you a background of who he is, because this is gonna help you at the through the story. He is a germologist, so people that discover diamonds and stuff like that. That's what he said. Okay guys, that's everything I'm telling you. Everything I'm telling you is by what he said. So he said that he was a germologist, people that find diamonds, well, not diamonds, but like sapphires, and well, diamonds too, but sapphires, and then they like break it down to make like necklaces and stuff like that. That's him. So you know, he's rich apparently. And he was like, I have a butler, I have a chef that cook for me, I have like people that clean my house, and I travel around the country because I need to go on some site to like get the germs, and not germs anyways, he travels so he can go see the sites and whatsoever. And so I'm like, oh, that's cool, blah, blah. So I didn't tell nobody about this guy because there was nothing to tell. Like I didn't have feelings for him or anything, but whoa, but hold on. So after a couple of weeks, couple of months, no, not couple of months, but couple of weeks, maybe to a month, we've been talking to each other. He's like, oh my god, I love your vibe, I love the way you express yourself. Yeah, that's the word he used. I love the way you express yourself. You seem to have a head on your shoulder and blah blah, and I really want to date you. I'm like, oh, cute. Okay, but me, I'm so trust issues. Let's put it like that. I have trust issues. Okay, I have big trust issues. So I'm like, oh, that's cute. I'm like, what do you love about me? I'm like, you don't even know me, so what do you like? Like, what makes you wanna like date me and stuff? And he's like, I don't know, I just feel that vibe from you and blah blah. And I'm just like, oh, that's cute. And then he's like, can you send me pictures? So I'm sending him pictures from my Instagram. Okay, I'm like, here you go. Here you go. He's like, what are you doing now? Send me a picture of what you're doing now. I think I sent him a picture of me doing my hair at one point, but it was just like half of my face type of thing. I sent a picture of that, and yes, I did send him pictures, but he did send me pictures too, and it was kind of cute. On his Instagram too, it was cute. It was kind of cute and whatsoever. And I realized, you know, because what I know about love is that when someone is asking you to send pictures, you send like the most like random pictures, something that you took like, you know, in the moment, and then you send it. But we were sending pictures. He wasn't sending me pictures of his Instagram, but he was sending me much like pictures that you will post on Instagram. So I was just like, oh, what are you doing now? Send me a picture of you now, you know, type of thing. But he always sending me weird pictures. So I was like, whatever. We talked on the phone once. That he have a really nice voice too. We talked on the phone once, and the rest of the time we messaged each other. He asked me what I was doing. When I told him what I was doing, since my work require a uniform, he was like, oh, let me see you in your uniform. So I sent him a picture of like me with a mask and like up to here, and then he was like, oh, you're so cute, you're so beautiful, and so, and I'm just like, ah, thank you, whatever. I'm keeping it, I'm flirting, but I'm keeping it like friendly, you know. And then at one point he was like, really, I love you, do you want to be my girlfriend? I'm like, we need to get to know each other more in order for me to be your girlfriend. And he was like, oh, but we already getting to know each other, so that won't stop us if we are girlfriend and boyfriend. I'm like, if you say so. So I never said yes to that man, okay? And then he was, at one point he was like, I love you. I'm like, oh, that's really cute. I have an issue with I love yous, because I think I love you, it's such a big word, it's such a strong word that you cannot like say it lightly. I cannot tell someone that I love them if I don't love them, type of thing. So it's either I'll be like, oh, I like you, I appreciate you, or I'm interested in you, or I will say, oh, that's cute. You know, type of thing. So I told him, oh, that's so cute. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. And then he's like, do you love me? I'm like, well, since we don't know each other that much, I cannot say I love you, but you're really fun to talk to. It was like, oh yeah, I understand, blah blah, and so on and so on. So after the guy told me he loved me, he started calling me baby. You call me baby, not really a big deal to, as long as I'm not saying baby back or love or whatever. So he's like, baby this, baby that, oh baby I'm tired, baby what you doing, baby this, baby that, like baby all over the place. So I'm like, you know, it's whatever. And then at one point he was like, baby, I'm going on a trip to, I think he was going to Australia. I think it was Los Angeles the first time. He was like, I'm going to Los Angeles. I have a big meeting with like board directors, all that extra shit, okay? So I was like, oh, okay, have a nice trip. Like, I don't know what he was expecting me to say, like, have a nice, I told him have a nice trip. He sent me his flight ticket thingy, and I was just like, I don't know what he was expecting me to do with this, but I was just like, okay, have a nice trip. And I realized this is where, well, my flag were already like ping 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 ping, but this is one of the major one, is that on the ticket that he sent me, I couldn't see the date that the ticket was purchased, when was it purchased, when was it for, and when he was gonna return. I didn't wanna know those information, but you send me the ticket, so send me all the information. Okay, don't send me your name, your passport number, but send me the rest, you know. So I was like, that's strange. And then when he came back to his trip, he was messaging me. Also over there, he was like saying there was a time difference. I don't really know about time differences, except for the place I've been and the place I've known of a bit. So I wasn't sure, but I was like, oh, okay, no problem for the time difference. Still, you do you. So I was like, oh no, it's fine, no problem, whatever. When he came back, he was like, oh hi baby, blah blah, like, I think you are the woman of my life, or some shit, or something like that. And I was like, oh, that's cute. What do you want me to say? I didn't say what do you want me to say, but I was like, oh, that's cute. I'm like, I'm happy that you think that I am, you know, like, whatever. And then he keep asking me, oh, do you like me, do you like me, do you like me, like, do you love me? And I was just like, I'm trying to get to know you. And then he's like, I understand that. And he's like, and you will see, I'm the man for you. I can wait to give you kids and bunch of stuff. Okay, I can wait for you to meet my parents and stuff like that. Bunch of stuff, bunch of it. So we've talked again for a couple of months, and at one point he was like, he sent me a message. Oh, by the way, I'm a bad texter. I'm a bad everything. Call, text, everything. If that day I'm not sleeping or I'm not at work, you will not find me on my phone. Anyways, so at one point he messaged me. He's like, oh my god, babe, I have to go to Australia. One of my machine that is supposed to dig, I don't know, one of my machine broke down and I have to go check it. I'm like, oh my god. It's just like, oh my god, really? Are you going there now? Okay, going like in 2 days. I don't know how long it's gonna take. And he was like, but I'll message you when I get there, when I arrive. I'm like, okay, no problem. I know Australia time difference is a little bit wider, so he was messaging me when it was night for me. But the good thing is, since I'm working at night, it wasn't an issue. So he messaged me, he told me he arrived, and then a couple of days later he messaged me. He's like, he's like, oh, I saw the machine, oh my god, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I need to buy another machine and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, luckily your company will be able to do that for you. And he was like, yes, exactly, but you know, those machines are expensive and blah blah. I'm like, aren't you rich? I didn't say that, but in my head I was like, aren't you rich? Anyways, so if you can have a butler, a chef, and maids, you rich, okay? So I was like, oh, okay, I see. And then 2 days later he messaged me. He's like, babe, sorry I didn't message you. I am in the hospital. I'm about to have a surgery, or I had a surgery. And I'm like, what happened between you seeing a broken machine and you being at the hospital? So what happened? And he's like, oh, basically when I saw the machine, I couldn't believe it. So I felt I felt unconscious, and then I slipped and I broke my ankle, and the doctor is saying that he needed surgery. All that is information, right? You agree with me? Like, okay. So I'm like, oh, okay, I see. I'm like, you should be careful. I'm like, you need to take care of yourself and like have a good recovery and stuff like that. And then he's like, thank you. This is the part Michael got me fucked up. There's no other way to say it. He got me fucked up. So he's like, now I'm at the hospital and they want me to pay them, and I don't have the money, and like, I don't have the money on me right now. Can you send me the money so I can pay my hospital bill? And I'm like, wow, I'm like, really? They make you pay for hospital for the hospital and stuff. I'm like, that sucks. I'm like, here in Canada we I'm like, me in Canada, we have health insurance, so we kind of like go to the hospital for free, you know, except for major stuff. I'm like, it's free. I'm like, damn, they make you pay. And he's like, yeah, I don't know what to do. All this is taking a toll on me. I'm feeling really pressured and stuff like that. And right now I don't have the money. I'm like, well, call your butler. No, first I said call the company and they should cover. Like, obviously, like, I do work also, so don't think I'm dumb. So I'm like, just call your company and tell them that like you don't have the money. Anyways, you there for like work. You weren't there to like, you know, for a trip and stuff. He's like, no, it's not possible because I have to leave the hospital the next day, and like the time it will take for the company to like send me the money, it will be too long and they will kick me out of the hospital and I don't know what to do, blah blah blah. I'm like, it will be the same for any sorry, I'm like, it will be the same thing for any other person that will try to send you money. I mean, anyways, and how come you didn't bring your like company card with you? I asked him those questions, by the way, and he was like, no, I wasn't expecting to stay that long. What other excuse he gave me? My company, since it was like a really last minute trip, my company wasn't able to like set everything for me. Said it's he said because it was a last minute trip, he didn't bring his credit card. I'm like, but did you bring your ID? Did you bring your passport? Yes, he did. So I'm like, what about you call your butler or your maid and they can give you your credit card information that you left at the house, and so they can send it to you, or they can tell you on the phone or something like that. He's like, no, my maid are not allowed in my room or some bull. Michael was trying to finesse me, guys. That's what I'm trying to say. Michael was trying to finesse me. At one point he was like, because it's obviously a scam, okay, like obviously, but the way he was putting it, it was like at the end of his day or some shit. But he was like, at one point he told me, oh, why are you doing this to me? Yeah, he was like, why are you doing this to me? I thought you loved me. I answered, I never said I love you. He's like, well, you told me that you like me. I'm like, yeah, I like you as a person. Like, everybody like someone, you know. And then he was like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening to me. Are you really not gonna send me the money? I'm like, no, sorry. I'm like, I'm poor myself, so I cannot send you no money. And then he's like, no, I'm sure you have, like, can you send me at least like half of it? But he never gave me a price, by the way. He never gave me like an amount. And he's like, at least can you send me at least half of it, or what you have? I'm like, no, I cannot do. I'm like, because I'm living by myself, you know, because I have bills to pay myself, I cannot send you money. And then he's like, oh my god, like by text, oh my god, why is this happening to me? oh my god, this is the worst day of my life, blah 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 blah. So I'm like, I'm really sorry about this. I'm like, if you don't want to talk to me anymore, don't. But if you are expecting money from me, I cannot do it. And then he's like, oh, this is how you're gonna treat your boyfriend if your boyfriend is asking you for money and stuff like that. I'm like, first of all, my boyfriend should never like find the occasion to ask me for money unless it's something important first. Okay, second of all, I'm the type of person that really, like, I deal with my problem by myself most of the time. 95% of the time I deal with my problems by myself. So deal with I didn't say it like that, but I'm like, you should find a way to deal with it. I'm like, you have a butler, you have maids, you have a chef, you have your company, you have all those people that you can like call because they are working for you. So you can call them and like send you money. I'm nothing from you. I'm trying to be your friend, boy, and you're trying to be something else, but I'm trying to be your friend. So I have nothing. I'm not obligated to do nothing for you. Oh my god, for like 2 days the guy keep messaging me, are you really not gonna send me this money? Are you really not gonna send me the money? Why did you say you love me? Why are you doing this to me? I cannot believe this. This is like the worst day of my life. I'm gonna die. Why? A bunch of message. And at one point I sent him a message. I was like, I'm really sorry that you're living this right now. I'm like, but there's people that live worse, and I think you can get through it. I'm like, just talk to the hospital and tell them like you didn't bring what you needed to bring, but if you can sign a check, if you can sign like a deposition saying that yes, I will pay you, I'm sure the hospital will manage something. Or even so, you on the side, because those people are working for you, you can borrow money from them and be like, since I'm your boss, I'm gonna pay you when I go back. Anyways, I have to pay you for your work. I literally sent him a message like that, and he's like, no, but you are my girlfriend, so you should be the one taking care of me. I'm like, never said I was a girlfriend. I never said I was a girlfriend. You wanted to be my boyfriend. You wanted to date me, but I never told you back that yes. I never said yes to something, and I guess that pissed him off enough to leave me alone. So he never messaged me since. I think one of the last messages was actually me letting him with like the whole like message about like you have a lot of people in your entourage that can help you. I think that was it, and we never talk about it. We never talk after that. Yeah, so that was my story time about how I almost got scammed by someone that wanted to date me, but it failed big time. So that's it. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and thank you for listening to me at the end of this video. I feel like the story was not all over the place, but my brain and the words that wanted to come out of my mouth was not working, so that make it a little bit you see, a little bit hard to it was a little bit hard to explain, but I think I got all the facts right. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.